Manuel and I had the pleasure this morning to talk about the retail bridge, both the challenges and the opportunities and consistencies that exist between the U.S. market and the Brazilian market.
The United States are something that we always look for. Loads of Brazilians jump into planes to come to the United States to see retail and to buy. So retail Brazilians have a few similarities and some disparities in comparison to the US. What strikes the most in Brazil is the fact that in the last decade, 20% of our population moved from the lower class to the middle class. That's 40 million people. And that represents a huge opportunity for retail chains.
And Manuel, do you think that new income has gone into places like fashion or cosmetics, or do you think it's gone into more practical, basic things that someone needs, or all the above?
No, we're not practical. And so everything of this movement refers to consumption. And we were very behind on consumption, and that is equal to fashion or for appliances or for electronics, you name it. And so consumption is improving very fast because of this movement.
Manuel, one of the examples we showed, I think people thought was interesting, was MAC Cosmetics selling lipstick on an installment plan. And the whole idea you can be both luxurious and democratic was kind of an interesting idea. How does that work in Brazil?
Well, that works very well because we are very used to it. We buy homes and we buy lipstick installments. It can be 2, 3, 10. And so this is a way for you to keep the customers coming and coming back. At start, we had to go to the stores again to pay the installments. And so this is something that's not weird. That's not just for appliances and big stuff, but also valid to small pieces of merchandise.
You mentioned something to me earlier today, which I thought was quite interesting. We were talking about the whole trend about recycling and repurposing products, and this whole visual trend like Urban Outfitters or Whole Foods. And you had some interesting observations why this trend may or may not be appropriate in the Brazilian market.
Well, we are a very sustainable country because being so poor led us to the recycling business very early on. You see, there was always a market in Brazil for recycling. Papers, glasses, bottles, aluminum, iron, you name it. And when it became trendy all over the world, the Brazilian brands started to make it incorporated on their business, because this is something that appeals very much for all the youngsters and it makes all the sense as well.